Hey everybody, in today's video, you're gonna learn how to get higher paying clients with less work utilizing high quality proposals. So why is a proposal important? A proposal is important because not only does it outline the conditions in which you're both going to agree upon for work, but it also builds trust and comfort with your clients when you have something that's well made. Now, the elements of a good proposal are going to be the same pretty much whatever industry you're in. And you're really lucky because I'm going to actually share with you a proposal I made recently to land a $10,000 client in the real estate market. The first element of a successful proposal is your introduction letter. Now, the reason why you want to do an introduction letter or a cover letter, whatever you want to call it, is that you're going to demonstrate that you care about their business, that you understand their wants and needs, and that you have some great ideas on how you're going to solve their problems for them or achieve their goals. So usually I have a basic template that I follow, and then I'll customize the first paragraph based on my conversations with them. Because you're not going to send a proposal to somebody until you've had some sort of conversation with them anyways. And so you want to demonstrate that you were listening and you put it into the proposal. So usually what I'll do in a cover letter is I'll take my conversation with them and I'll put it into there restating it, which demonstrates that I was listening and that I care about what they care about. So for instance, with the recent realtor that had been having trouble selling a property, you know, she felt like she needed kind of like a new branding, kind of like a fresh take on what she's already tried. And I put that right into the cover letter. I said, hey, you know, we're here to help you rebrand this property and create a fresh feel and make the house feel more warm and appealing to families so that you could sell this as fast as possible. So again, you want to lead with demonstrating that you understand what they're looking for in a product, and then from there you can move on to the next part. So the next part is you want to actually outline the deliverables. What are deliverables? Those are literally what they're getting in exchange for the money that you're giving them. Usually that means a 2 to 5 minute video or however long the video is going to be, and then maybe some social media clips, and then some external kind of services that I like to throw in to add value. So that might be like a little mini roadmap for their content, or maybe even upsell them on a website that will host the video that you create for them. Whatever it is, the point is you need it on paper what they're getting in exchange for the money that they're giving you, and this protects you as well, because you don't want a client that pays you some money and then all of a sudden they start throwing all these extra things that you didn't agree upon, right? And now you're spending more time and you're losing money doing that. So you need to have it on paper. That way also, if they ask for extra stuff, you can easily say, oh, well, hey, this wasn't in the original contract, but I'd be happy to make another contract with you and I'll give you a discount on these extra services that you're looking for. The next item in your proposal is going to be an itemized budget. So the last thing you want to do is give somebody just a lump sum and say, pay me $10,000 and you're going to get a 2-minute video. The reason why is because a lot of times clients don't know where the money's going, and you don't want them to think that you just picked a number out your ass and that they're just going to fork it over to you and they don't know what you're doing with the money. So every videographer has to have kind of the ability to break that final number down into the separate elements. So usually, it's like pre-production elements, production stuff, which is like camera, equipment rental, hiring other crew, food, things like that that cost to actually make it. And then you're going to have like post-production costs like editing, time, if you need to pay somebody for graphics or effects, things like that. But the reason why you want to make at least general categories that breaks your budget down is so that they feel confident that you're a professional and that you're spending their money wisely. Just like if you hired somebody to build your home, you wouldn't just give them $100,000 and wait for them to build your home. You would want to know, okay, well, how much is the flooring going to cost? How much are the countertops going to cost? So that way you can look at it and feel like, oh, well, if I need to make an adjustment, I could take a little bit of money from one area and put it into another one. All right, and the next element you're going to have in your proposal is a schedule. Now, the schedule, you want to make sure that they know it's a proposed schedule and that it depends a lot on the conditions that they follow through with what they need to give you, whether it's access to locations or access to people to interview or approval on a script, things like that. You want to be upfront that this is a proposed schedule that you're making, but it depends on the cooperation from them to be able to deliver on time. So another thing I like to add into my proposals is an inspiration or a mood board that links photos or videos that are relevant to the style and quality that you're trying to pull off for them. And the reason why this is really helpful in closing a client is a lot of times they don't have the imagination if you just verbally tell them what you want to do. If you give them some examples, then it's going to make it a lot easier for them to say yes, because they're going to be like, yes, I want that. All right, and then the last and most important part of your proposal is going to be the legal aspect, which outlines the payment schedule, what you're doing for them, what you're not doing for them, what they need to give you, and also the conditions for work, and what happens if there's a dispute and things like that. And really, that's really important, because if you end up getting a client that turns out being a lot more difficult than you thought, you're going to need this on paper to be able to argue your case. I've had clients in the past that just freaking destroyed my budget by making all these requests and things that we never wrote down, so it becomes subjective, you know what I mean? And the problem is that the more power you give them without writing down what you agreed upon, the more that they change their standard in terms of what they think is good enough before the project is done. Thank you for watching the video. To make it even easier for you to get higher paying clients using great proposals, I've linked my own proposal to a recent client that I've successfully gotten in the description below, so feel free to download that. And to take it even a step further, I am doing a walkthrough of creating a proposal from scratch, which you can also watch in the description below. So please check them out. Leave your comments, feedback. If you have any thoughts or suggestions yourself for what's worked for you in the past, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Hey, hello, my hands are low, you don't know what they're going to do. Okay. Okay, got it. Hello, everybody. Henry Finn here, Videography Academy, the best resource for videography on the planet. We crush, kill, and destroy everybody else. They can suck it. Okay? I'm not joking. I'm not playing. Look into these eyes. Do I look like I'm playing? This is not the face of somebody that's playing. Maybe a little bit. All right. We're going to use that somewhere. All right.